Hi, I'm Trooper Smacka.
Hi, I'm Trooper Wellman,
Please stay tuned for a behind-the-scenes look at being a state trooper.
and together we can make a difference.
Here we are live at the 360 Vegas studios with Trooper Talk with Trooper Wellman. Trooper Wellman, it's like we haven't seen each other in a long time, but thanks for being here. And so tell us what's happening and stuff like this over the past week.
So what it is it's Laps for Charity. It's to raise money for children's charities. It's an awesome event that comes every year out at the Speedway. It's not just law enforcement. Like, there's a lot of car clubs we have here in town, from Corvettes to Dodge, Chargers, Challengers to exotic cars. To if you want to just bring, your average car out there, you can pay your registration fee and you come and you get to do, I believe it was 5 laps on the track. And so your registration fee pays for your Laps for Charity, so every lap raises money for the children.
Yeah.
And so our partners at Nevada Donor Network were so gracious.
It's one of the things that we will keep talking about this year that we need to stop, which is these wrong way drivers. And again, I don't know what time this is, but
this one was around, I want to say,
I mean, it's light outside.
between maybe 2 and 4 p.m. It was definitely in the afternoon. I know that for sure.
This is the middle of the day. I mean, this is like, people always, the perception is, people are drinking at night, so they're doing the wrong way. No.
Nope.
So
Yep.
stop the wrong way driving.
Oh, the bridge.
Partial collapse, demolition of...
Yeah. So this was on 95 in Eastern on the southbound side, and I believe it's Department of Transportation in Las Vegas Paving. It's a project that they're working on right now, and they were actually taking down the bridge. It did collapse, but eventually it was going to be taken down. It was just like a little bit of a mishap. Luckily, well, I'll wait to say luckily, there was one employee that got injured, but he was up walking around. He got treated at the hospital. No one got like seriously hurt.
Okay.
So luckily, because it could have been. It was just something that just happened. But this was the roadways were already shut down, so it didn't affect traffic in any way. But it could have been bad. But luckily, everybody was okay.
And the good thing is that they're probably, taking it down to rebuild, and that's part
to make it better, right?
To make it better. So that's part of our, thing. So thank goodness everybody.
When you read that headline, though, it's like, the bridge collapsed.
That's what I saw right now. I was like, holy smokes!
Trust me, panic set on us too. I put it on our cameras, and I was like, the bridge collapsed. And I was like, oh my gosh! And then one's trapped, and then it was like, is there somebody really trapped? And it was very chaotic for just a moment, but everybody took a breath, and it was okay.
Safe. Thank goodness.
It was okay.
Drive safe or get a ticket.
Yep. So Office of Traffic Safety constantly has grants, funded projects that they really focus on our problem-solving units, our PSU. It's our motor units with Nevada State Police. They always join together with Henderson, North Las Vegas, school police. They all work together whenever they can on these areas that need attention. If you ever feel like there's an area in town that is maybe people are speeding and you would like some enforcement action or more eyes on it, if you want to say, and we can slow people down, especially in the construction zones, please feel free to reach out to any agency. And if you want to reach out to Nevada State Police, you can. And our problem-solving units will go, and as long as they can fit it in, but they will go and they'll focus on that area to slow people down.
And so a couple weeks ago, we had on the Trooper Talk where we went out with Sergeant Campbell from Clark County School District Police. And what was the sergeant's name? From
Chakowski.
Right. And so he was there, right? And they had, all the different agencies.
Yeah.
Right? And so they were up on their little bridge.
Yep.
Right? And so, so many tickets, and so, and so it's great to see. It is one of the things I will tell you that does slow me down as well.
100%.
Because that when you're driving up, and I will tell you too that, tell us about what they use.
Yeah.
Because you can't get around it.
No. So see, it looks like he's holding binoculars, and that's actually LiDAR.
Right.
And it goes, I think, about a mile back. So we always have that saying, we see you before you see us. Like, you'll never see us before they see you already, because it goes back so far. So If you are not speeding, you'll be fine. But if you're speeding, they're going to see
Like,
you.
This tractor trailer that's all the way back there, and those cars that are not even around the curve, he's got them.
Yeah.
And so by the time they come this, because you can see everybody slowing down because they see the thing, but this guy
Yeah.
back there, he's not slowing down, and
Right.
he's already got him.
Yeah, because they either see them up there or they see there's like a huge line of emergency lights up ahead and they're like, what's happening? It's because all those motor units are stopping people. So.
Stopping people, right?
But at that point, it's already too late.
Too
if
late,
You were
too
speeding.
late, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. 127, Nevada State Police to step up speeding patrols. There is a very big initiative, though,
Yes.
for 100 miles an hour and over. Not that, that it's lower on the speed limit, but,
We want people to slow down, and we want the public to see that we are out there enforcing this, and it's not something we are taking lightly because speed kills. And there's 382 people that possibly were killed because of speed. Or a good number of them were. And so we are out there and we are slowing people down by educating in traffic safety. And so these numbers I keep posting on our Twitter and on our Instagram and on our Facebook so that you can see that we're not making it up. People are traveling at speeds of 127 miles an hour at 15 and 95? Like, that area is always congested, whether it be northbound or southbound. It's a heavy populated area that people use to commute back and forth to and from work and all around the city. And someone's going 127 in that area? Like, that's ridiculous. And I don't even know how you could get to 127 in that area. Or that actually might be the 95. But either way, it's our spaghetti bowl,
right.
And like I said last night, 140. Like, what? Like seriously, those are the numbers that we're seeing, and it's too much. And so like I said, I'm gonna keep posting it because until people get sick of it, because we want you to get sick of it, so people slow down.
And so when this guy blows past you at 127, you call Star NHP?
As a civilian, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can 100%.
No, I'm just saying, like.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you're now. You're traveling, whatever, doesn't matter, right?
Yes.
On the normal road, and this guy blows past you.
Yes. Okay. So, yes, please call Star NHP because I will give you a prime example this morning. I'm driving into work. I'm on IR 215 Stephanie area, and my dispatcher broadcast, copy a reckless vehicle traveling westbound on the 215, passing Stephanie, gave out the vehicle description. So, I'm right in that area. Let me look for this vehicle and see if I find it, right? See if it's traveling in the shoulder at a high rate of speed, making unsafe lane changes, what the person reported. You never know where we're at. So if you call this in, we greatly appreciate it because either I'm in that area, maybe I'm close by, or worst case scenario, there's no one there. And now we're going to start headed that way because the more calls we get on it, especially if we do have someone in the area, we'll say, hey, can you keep them on the phone? I'm almost there. And then we will stop that car either on our own probable cause or based upon on what you saw, and we can do a citizen citation or at least stop that vehicle from traveling at a high rate of speed. So yes, please call it in.
Okay.
Anytime you see a reckless vehicle, we can't see everything and we can't be everywhere at all times. So when the community helps us and is also our eyes and ears, we're so grateful for that.
Okay, so at least we can try, because I didn't know.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying somebody's driving past you and you're going 75 and they're going 85. I'm saying when somebody's really like.
Yes, when you think that they are a danger to the motoring public, please.
Call.
Yeah.
Okay. 177 mile an hour police chase from Goldfield ends in Sonoma.
So not miles per hour. This was a 177 mile pursuit that the Nye County Sheriff's Office
They
had.
had a full tank of gas.
Right. I think that was one of the reasons he got off the freeway. Yeah.
Do you call dispatch? Like, I have to end pursuit. I only have a half a tank of gas.
Oh, the officers? Yeah, you'll have to fall out. Yeah, and let somebody else jump in. Yeah. This one again, it was Nye County's. I can't talk too much about details because one, it's theirs. Also, I don't know too many, but yes, it went on for 177 miles, and it started from. He just went and stopped for law enforcement, so an evading, and then it just kept progressing. And I know that we got in on this one because he came into town, as well as then he got on Service Street, so the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department got in on it, and so it was a multi-agency pursuit that ended up capturing the individual, and he was arrested. But
So not talking about this specifically, you know, at the end of the day, when a trooper or an officer is approaching, you know, you never know who's inside. It has nothing to do with this. Does that make sense? What they're feeling and things like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And so, you know, on a long pursuit or not, right? You know, you're still putting your life in jeopardy when you're following someone that's on any type of pursuit.
I'll tell you that ever since Michael May got hit putting those stop sticks out, I think every trooper instantly thinks twice before we say pursuit on the radio because of the fear of not going home to their loved ones. Like, we always had that fear,
Yeah.
but now that we experienced it and it's still fresh, it's like you think twice about everything.
Yeah.
And that's where you really have to go, okay, you know, you make that decision. Do I protect the community? Is this a threat? Is it worth it? You got to weigh out everything. Make sure, like, is the car, how dangerous are they driving? Because if they're running tons of lights, stop signs all over the place because I'm pursuing them,
Right.
maybe I need to shut that down and call for an air unit or give out, you know, see if somebody else is up ahead or how much backup do I have. And you really got to weigh out the pros and cons before making that decision. It's a lot riding on that word pursuit. And so it's not one that any officer takes lightly because as soon as we activate our lights and siren and initiate that pursuit, you're putting everybody in danger because you are pursuing this vehicle. You know, it's just a lot to take into consideration. So
And we're not talking about this specifically.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just in general.
in general,
you
yeah,
know what I mean?
pursuits, yeah.
297 people lost their lives in motorcycle. We haven't talked about them in a while.
Yeah.
Motorcycles are legal to drive on the road. They have 2 wheels,
Yep.
not 4. They're very small. I was out in front of the store a week ago, and I saw maybe 25 or 30 of them drive by and pop the wheelie and
Oh.
drive down the road. And, you know, and, you know, then I'm standing at the traffic light. You know, the guy drives in the middle of all the cars, you know, gets up to the front, you know. But listen, there's bad people that drive four wheels
Yep.
as well, right? So, you know, I would have to imagine that the large majority of motorcycle drivers, you know, they just enjoy themselves.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it's
so that's
fun.
what, you
I
know.
ride. It's so awesome, like, just being able to really ride in the weather and, like, enjoy it.
Yeah.
And just you feel free riding. It's very enjoyable, but you just have to definitely be on guard because you have less protection around you. You're not as visible to the motoring public, so you got to make sure that when people are making, like, not only are you responsible for yourself, but you got to really pay attention to the cars around you because if they don't see you and they make a lane change in front of you, like, you've got to be able to react before they will because you're going to see them before they see you. Not to
Yeah.
be cliche, but yeah, it's the truth.
And
Also-
do a lot of people drive motorcycles without the proper license?
I
Or-
think it's about 50, like,
So if you drive the motorcycle, get the proper license because they probably teach you the proper training and stuff like that.
oh, you're talking about the M endorsement on your license or
yeah.
registration?
No, on your drive.
Oh, yeah, a good portion. Yeah, a lot of people actually have the M endorsement on their
Okay.
their
so,
license.
so they don't just get a motorcycle and just go, I'm just going to start driving a motorcycle. They
No.
go to a class or something and learn it. Okay.
Yeah, I would say a good portion of
Okay.
our riders here in town have the M endorsement on their license and are compliant with the.
Being able to drive the motorcycle. Okay.
Yeah,
Because that would be
exactly.
dangerous in itself. Not knowing
Yeah.
how to ride a motorcycle, they're like,
It's
you
just
know.
like driving a car without a license. Like,
Yeah.
you may think you know what you're doing,
Yeah.
but there's a lot to it that you don't know, you know?
Yeah.
So, yes, it's always better to be educated and be a law-abiding citizen.
Yeah,
So.
I saw at one of the dealerships in town. They do the classes, you know, for the motorcycle thing. So
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Harley Davidson runs them. The College of Southern Nevada, that's where I got my M endorsement. They run them. There's, you know, private party people that actually own companies that run them. I mean, there's plenty. And they're great, and it's fun, and you get to ride a bike for free if you don't own a motorcycle. They
Yeah.
provide it, and get to learn, you know, new skills. It's great.
yeah,
Yeah.
but make sure they do it.
Yes.
Yeah. Child safety seats. Ah, yes. I think we talked about this the last time. There
We
was
did.
a change in the law, right? It was
Yes.
like by the inches or something.
Yes, they changed. It used to be 6 years old and 60 pounds, and now it's 6 years old or 57 inches tall. They also want the rear-facing child seat. You have to do that until they're at least 2 years old.
Okay.
Um,
And if they don't know, there's a lot of places, but one of the things that they can do is they can go to the headquarters and
Yeah, if you want to come on down to, I believe in fire stations too, in most hospitals. But if you come down to the Nevada State Police substation on Sunset Indicator, we have people that are specialized in car seat safety, as well as a lot of people at school police as well. We will check your car seat for you, make sure it's installed correctly, and if it's not, we'll fix it for you. And we can also, if you have questions about it, we can help you out. We have people that specialize in that subject. And, the biggest thing, the reason this law changed was because we were seeing that it used to say 6 years old and 60 pounds, and some kids maybe weighed more than 60 pounds and they were under 6, or kids were 8 years old and under 60 pounds. Like, every kid's different. And so they weren't in. So just because they're over 6 years old, but they were under 60 pounds, they thought they could be in a regular seat, and they're not being held. Or let's say they're 65 pounds and 8 years old, 7 years old, and they're in a regular seat. That seatbelt, they were slipping out, and it wasn't holding them as tight as it needs to be, just because of their body type.
Sure.
And so they felt that studies have shown that if you're 6 years old or 57 inches, you should be okay, like without the the car seat. So it's just for everybody's safety.
and that comes back again to the fact of if you're not in that if you're not in the right seatbelt way.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm trying to say that, but if you're not strapped in the seatbelt correctly and there's a tragedy, then the airbag then affects. You know what I mean? And so
Well, it's just like if somebody was to take the top strap, right? We have the strap that goes for an adult. Strap goes away over our waist and our chest. A lot of people take the chest one and wrap it around. Well, now you just lost all that protection right there that was supposed to hold you back, right, and restrain you.
right.
So now you're increasing your odds that if you got in a crash, you might be ejected, as well as, like you're saying, your injury from the airbag, because now you're going forward versus it would have held you in place.
Right.
So no need to modify. Just use it how it's meant.
Right. Okay. Last thing I wanted to just talk about very quickly. Sorry. One of the first responders lost his life in the other state because he was just pulling somebody over. And so I just wanted to tell you that to all the troopers and everybody, we just want everyone to be safe, and please make sure that to know who you're pulling over.
Thanks.
Because it really bothered me, and I wanted to say something about it before. You know what I mean? Because he didn't know there was nothing.
Yeah.
And the person just gunned him down. And so anyway, on behalf of the Trooper Talk, on behalf of me and everything, I want you and everybody to be safe. And so I just
Thank
wanted
you.
to tell you on, you know what I mean, that, Ray, because it really bothered me.
Good.
All
Thank
right,
you for having me.
Yeah. All right, everyone be safe.